do you spend on poker monthly? Oh man, I spend a lot of. If you count my coaching and my playing, I probably spend probably about 250 hours a month. I would say something like that. With like if you count coaching and grinding, something around that range, about 250 a month. And that's because I have a girlfriend. Otherwise, I'd probably spend like 320 hours a month. 320 is pretty savage though. 80 hours a week. I would definitely do it if I didn't have a girlfriend though. But I need to make some time for her as well. So I do 60 hours, about 60 hours a week, something like that. Ligooksbury, sup boss, where do you invest your poker winnings? Good question. I invest in almost all my money in the stock market, in index funds. So basically all my money's in stock market and index funds, like 90%, and then like 5% in random cryptocurrencies. And yeah, the rest of it is in Team 651. Scandal units, get Tinder fishy 2009 and you will find a lot of girls. That is a good point too. You get an app like Tinder. Like if you don't have any friends or you're having trouble finding a girlfriend or friends, just go on all the online platforms like OkCupid, Plenty of Fish, Tinder, go join classes. Like there's so many different ways you can meet people. The last thing you want to do though, if you don't have any girlfriend or friends, is stay in the house and try not to meet people and avoid that situation, because not so much the girlfriend, but your friends in life is one of the most important things that you can have. Like your life's gonna feel like pretty empty if you don't have any friends. So you definitely wanna make some friends. Okay, so a few books that are really good, Martin, are Think and Grow Rich, excellent book for the mindset of money, kind of like the approach. The Confidence Gap, another excellent book. The Slight Edge. The 5 Love Languages, if you want to read about relationships. If you want to know a little bit more about yourself, The Untethered Soul, which is an excellent book. Another one is How to Have Confidence and Power in Dealing with People. You're pretty good at this already, but you can pick up this book. It's a great book as well. How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Selling. Another excellent book. So those are some of the books that I would strongly recommend reading. Fish 2091 says, what if I have no girlfriend and no friends? That's not that's something you want to fix, but that doesn't mean you could not pick up on other hobbies. Like if I had no girlfriend and no friends right now, the best advice I could give you, I don't know if you're trolling or not, but if you're not trolling, the best advice I can give you is, where do you live? First of all, Fish 2091. Tell me where you live, and I'll try to specify my advice towards you. But my general advice would be, like if you lived in a city like Toronto, like myself, you can go to meetup.com, or you can go to just search Google for random classes that are happening around your area. It could be just it could be any classes. Like for me, I went to Toastmasters and I'm going to improv class. Like you can join infinite amount of classes. Like not like, it doesn't have to be school classes. That's not what I mean. Like specialized classes, like a cooking class, or a foreign language learning class, or an improv class, or there's like a meditation class. Like just go to classes and just meet people, and you can easily hang out with people and make friends from there. Hentic123, how do you see the future in spins in like 1 to 3 years from now? I see a bright future in spins, man. I do. I think for the people who are making an effort, surrounding themselves with good coaches and kind of staying ahead of the curve, I do see spins being hugely profitable within the next 1 to 3 years. For the guys that are kind of just mulling along and not really learning anything new, and just kind of not familiarizing themselves with GTO, they're eventually going to fall behind. And then they're going to realize they need to either study a lot or they're going to quit because they're not making enough money anymore. So what's going to happen is, so to answer that question, the future of spins is good for the guys that are putting in the effort on and off the tables, but are going to be bad for those guys that are kind of half-assing it. And there are still a lot of guys half-assing it. That's for sure. So those guys are probably going to be disappeared in 1 to 3 years. If you're one of the guys that has been half-assing it, you want to step up your studying game. Either join a stable like Team 651 to learn more from coaches and things like that, and a bunch of resources, or you got to be a really good self-studier and just learn with GTO by yourself. But sometimes that's the long cut because you don't have a coach kind of guiding you and teaching you, like keeping you away from the rabbit holes, because there's a lot of rabbit holes in poker. Like you start, like, that's something I see in some poker players is like they get caught up in the wrong things. It's nice to have a coach kind of overviewing you or objectively looking at the situation and letting you know, listen, like you're focusing on the wrong thing. Turn your focus here. This is what you should do with your self-studying time. This is the most effective way to study. And everyone's answer to those questions is going to be very individualized depending on how far they are in their game or what stakes they're playing.